What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and welcome back to a brand new video. So, I figured with the time that I've had on Modern Warfare 2 so far, there is some things I want to speak about in terms of problems, errors. A lot of these are kind of just sort of glitches and shit. I don't really know why it happens in such a huge amount, but I guess it's kind of on par with most game releases. Every time a new COD comes out, there usually is some sort of issues with the game, and this obviously doesn't surprise me. And I think in a day or two's time, we are receiving the Season 1 update for Modern Warfare 2, and we're also going to be receiving Warzone 2. It's going to be coming out as well, so that's going to be amazing. So I am going to presume that with the Season 1 update, these should be patched, but if not, it definitely needs to be addressed because it's pretty bad and it's somewhat making the game unplayable, or at least making the experience very unenjoyable. So I think the first thing I wanted to actually say is there is a lot of freezing issues with this game, and I think that is kind of what most of this is, but there's basically an issue where whether I'm in the matchmaking or whether I'm just in game, it will just freeze. Now, in the lobby, it seems to at least be temporary. Like, it's almost like an entrapment tactic by Activision to stop you from actually getting out of a match, so you'll play the game more. I don't know if that potentially makes them more money, that people are playing the game in matches. I don't think that would probably make any sense logically, but it is very weird. Sometimes I just hit quick play, right? I'm loading up a match, and I think this is common as well because I've seen a YouTube short about it, and a lot of people are complaining that this is very common and they're putting up with it as well. But you try to go into a match, and when it shows the map load up, game just freezes. You can't go over to your weapons, you can't go to your operators, you pretty much can't click anything. Like, you can hear the game audio still from the lobby, you can hear people with their mics in, you just can't actually click anything, and your character and everything's just frozen until like the last 2-3 seconds before the match starts. So pretty much it entraps you from leaving the matchmaking, even if you don't want to go into the match. Like, let's say you see a map pop up that you don't want to play on. For example, the one with all the cars on it, I can't remember its name. I think it's got like a Spanish name for it or something fancy, but there's a map with like just loads of cars on it, and it's literally just this long meandering map. And sometimes I just don't want to play on that map, and sometimes I don't want to play on a lot of the maps, but whenever I'm trying to back out to check my camos, I just can't do it. The game is frozen, and then 2-3 seconds before the game starts, bam, it unfreezes itself. And then the other issue is actually in-game. Like, I'm either at the start of a game, I've just been in it for like 5 to 30 seconds, and it just freezes. Or I could be mid-game, and I'm on a good streak, you know, I'm running and gunning like I do, doing really well, and then the game just freezes out of nowhere. It typically happens as well in the replay after an enemy's killed me. It could be at the end of the game with the final kill replay. It just freezes. It can happen at any point of the game, which honestly makes it quite the jump scare. It's you know, it's kind of the charm of it. You just really don't know when it's going to happen. It's not predictable. You don't get it at the 5-minute mark of a match. You won't basically know when it's going to happen, and it just jumps up on you like the boogeyman from under your bed. And it's not fun because, unlike the previous freezing issue, this one doesn't fix itself. So you've got to fucking close the whole game, and you've got to reboot it up. Wow! Yeah, that is not enjoyable. I don't know about you, but I don't think I enjoy having the game completely just totally freezing and then having to close the game, quit it, and then reopen it. Like, it's so dumb. This is the kind of thing that we experienced with Vanguard, and honestly that makes sense because Vanguard, aka the previous card, was god-awful. I mean, it was miserable. And I can say this from the perspective of someone who grinded every weapon in that game, maxed out every weapon level, and got atomic on every weapon. It's not a good game, and it is going to be forgotten about. Rest assured, no one's going to be speaking about Vanguard apart from like a year's time where people are like, ooh, Vanguard in 2023. But like, bro, Vanguard, it kind of makes sense why that game had freezing issues, because it was just not on par with the previous titles or anything that's even come out in 2015, never mind 2022 or 2021. Like, Vanguard was actually so bad that it made sense that the game would just freeze, because it just looked garbage in general. The game just looked really bad. And it's the same thing. Like, I'm getting the same thing with this game, but this game's like Modern Warfare 2019 sequel. It's a high production value game. It's being made by like probably fucking triple the amount of developers of any other COD. Maybe like, I don't know, quadrupled the number. It's insane how huge of a project this is. This is probably one of the biggest selling CODs of all time now. It's actually overtaken Modern Warfare 2019, I'm pretty sure. And yet this game has freezing issues. It's so annoying, and I physically sometimes can't even play a match because it just freezes. So it honestly sucks. That's one of the other things. Another freezing issue, actually no, it's not a freezing issue. Another issue that I'm getting with this game that's very similar to Vanguard, again, is this weird bug. Except with Vanguard, this happened nearly every time I'd finished a match. So no matter what I'd done, no matter what challenge I had finished that could have cooked up some sort of plot twist in the machines of this game and just fucked everything up. With this, it's only after I've at least finished gold, I'm pretty sure. But whenever I've finished, like, gold camo for a gun, I go over to the weapons tab, and then I go to the actual class. I click open on it, and it does this thing where it pops an error up, and it just sort of reverts me back to the home page, or the play page, I guess you could say, where it has the quick play playlists and shit. Like, it kind of just jolts me back, and it happens probably 4 or 5 times in a row. Every time I try to do it, pops up a dev error, and it bumps me back to the homepage. And Vanguard did the same thing. It was more constant, of course, with Vanguard, but it still doesn't change the fact. It's still very, very annoying. So I immediately now know, whenever I've got gold, I'm just like, bro, I might as well just back out the entire game, quit the game or something, and just start it up, because pretty much as soon as you finish the match, you've got your gold gun, you can't even open the class setups because it just keeps bumping you back to the homepage in this infinite fucking loop, and it's a pain in the ass. So that's the other thing. And I think the final issue with this is sometimes I'm just going to click on quick play. So I'm opening team deathmatch, I've filtered quick play to TDM, and for whatever reason, when it's loading the map in the bottom corner, it shows the Al Mazrah map, and there's only 2 ways this can show up. Al Mazrah can only show up as a map if you're playing on Ground War, Invasion, or you're playing Warzone 2, which, for the record, Warzone 2 actually isn't out yet until like a day or two's time. So Warzone 2 is not out. So essentially the game registers that I'm booting up Ground War or Invasion when I have selected TDM and I'm in quick play and I haven't selected one of the fancy featured modes that would bring me into Ground War maps. Like, it just, and the thing is, immediately the game knows something's wrong, because after like 3 seconds of the image being in the bottom corner, it slaps up some weird dev error, and then it just basically, it just completely gets rid of the quick play tab. Like, after that error has sort of conjured up on screen and the game sort of caught itself red-handed in its own mistake, the playlists just sort of shimmer down into like a few selections, like as if I'm offline or something, and I have to back out and then back into it to fix it. And that's another weird issue. Yes, and I couldn't forget this one. This one was almost so forgettable that I had to screenshot it because I forgot. Yeah, this happens too. I sometimes just try to open the match. It does the freeze thing, like I mentioned with the thing, and then the few seconds before the game starts, it's like, okay, the game's about to start, let's go, hypes up, you know, everyone's excited, and then before the game even starts, it just kicks me out, says exe/bad_challenge. I mean, literally, looks like it was typed out by a 13-year-old trying to make some sort of edgy error message. It's just, what the fuck? What's the challenge got to do with it? I'm trying to load a game up, bro. But yeah, this is another one of those issues. So I think that's now 5 errors we have on the tally. Not looking too good. So I hope these bugs are actually fixed with Season 1. I want to know how many of you are also experiencing any of these named glitches. At least as far as camo grinds go, I've not had really any issues with camos, which is honestly a sip of fresh air, to say the least, because every other card, you would have some numerous amount of bugs glitches, camos not registering, leaving a game would discount or disqualify the progress, sorry, and just little things like that. But with this game, it's been pretty much a smooth run. The only thing I could probably mention was earlier when I was grinding the M16 and I was doing double kills, and for some reason, like 2 or 3 of them should have counted and none of them did, and it might have been something to do with leaving the game, but it's honestly never happened before, so that was weird. But I kind of got that to work again. There was not really too much issue with that. It was just kind of a, you know, a whoopsie daisy, I guess, just brush it off type moment, just ignore that even happened. But as far as most of the camo grinding has gone, it's been completely smooth. I have probably like 5 of the 7, is there 7? There's 8 assault rifles. I've got 6 of the 8 assault rifles to gold, so we should be getting platinum soon. But of course, with this game, you actually have to do a challenge for the platinum camo to get it on each weapon. So yeah, that's not going to be too fun. I'm pretty sure they're like long-range challenges for each weapon to get the platinum camo, but yeah, but as far as that goes, camo grinding's not been too much of an issue. It's just lots of matchmaking issues and shit like that, so hopefully those things get fixed. Just wanted to bring attention to those things. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.